So,
So,
we had a pretty rough time up there at the end of last season.
yeah.
Can you tell us where things are going to pick up and what's going to happen?
Well, yeah. For as far as Mason's perspective, things definitely got real. Like before, they were. It was a very exciting journey that supernaturals even existed, and now it's real. He kind of recognizes that there's lives involved, and there's a danger to this new world that's been opened up to him. So, he's going to kind of be a part of the pack this time for the next villains and play as much of a role as he can in assisting Scott and everyone.
Can you give us any hints as to what his role within the pack is going to be?
Right. Yeah. It's ever since when I first booked the role, I was told that Mason is pretty much a Styles 2.0. So as Styles doesn't necessarily have any supernatural abilities, he still has plenty of abilities that he's an asset to the pack, and that's kind of what Mason does. He has a 4.6. Mason has a 4.6 GPA. So this stuff, and he obsesses over things. So when his interest is locked in, he's going to do everything he can mentally to make up a plan or come up with some type of scheme to help the pack.
If you could give Mason any of your characteristics or hobbies, what would you like him to have?
I really like journaling. That's just a thing. I don't know how that would affect Mason. That'd be cool if we had that in common. But I actually really like relating to him because I feel like he's a lot braver than I am. Because there's a lot of times where I try to get really involved into the scene and make it real to me. Not like it's not fantasy. So when I get into character, I guess I make it reality. And some of the stuff is very scary. I don't know how he keeps a cool composure when things are going chaotic around him. He's still able to just push forward, and I think that's very admirable. He's a great loyal friend too, so I think I'd want to have some of his quality.
How is what Mason went through going to affect his relationship, his friendship with you?
That's a good question. I think that they're stronger. I think it can only get stronger from here because they've already been through so much, and kind of like battle brothers, if you will, like that. When you go through a traumatic experience together and overcome it only can bring you closer, and that kind of is what happens. We're just part of a pack now. We're more than Mason and Liam is more than just friends. They're part of a movement, and they need each other.
So you were saying that Mason is like Styles 2.0. So it's kind of like the Mason-Liam relationship is the Styles-Scott relationship, but on like another level. Are we going to see any more like parallels between those relationships in this coming season?
I hope so. I mean, we only finished the first half, and the first half has been so hectic where we don't really even have time to reflect on our friendship or anything like that. It's really like we are fighting once together, and so it's kind of focused on that. But I would love to see some more parallels. I'm pretty sure there are. They actually had their own joking things and their own. We have really good chemistry on camera, so I'm pretty sure we're gonna see a lot more parallels.
One of our readers has a question.
Okay.
At Garcia Diana
Cool.
wants to know about Mason and Rory.
Yeah.
What's going to happen there?
Yeah, well, I think it's out in the open that they definitely like each other and they want to be together. And it's going to be cool to see them try to balance having a relationship together in such a hectic environment. But it's definitely it definitely advances, and I think that's really cool. That's what Mason wants. But we're also juggling so much at the same time. So we'll see what happens.
On the 6th season by now, is it hard to keep things scary?
For the actors, or
For anyone dealing with stuff that we've seen for 5 years before, is it hard to still make it scary?
well, if people still get scared, I mean, I personally was scared of the Dread Doctors, and I worked with them, and I know what they are. I know the people under the mask, and just I think the concept behind it is always has a good horror feel, and I think the writers do a great job. And it has more of an eerie darkness to it. Just even though people might not jump out of their boots or anything, it does still keep that Teen Wolf, Beacon Hills darkness to it, and excitement and adrenaline rush. So that definitely stays.
Are the dreadlocks still around?
Can't release that one. I don't know. Who knows? We will see. Season 6 will tell.
What's changed for you since you joined the cast of Teen Wolf?
Man, this set has been just an evolution process for me because this is pretty much my college. I've learned so much and I've grown so much being around such seasoned actors, man. Just working with Tyler and O'Brien and Sprayberry and all the Cody Christian, all of us, we all bond so well, and I know that's people say that a lot on a lot of shows, but that's truly the case, and I'm just honored and blessed to be a part of it. And my life has definitely been changed being a part of something like that.
Is he still around?
We will see. I mean, he's definitely at Comic-Con. Definitely at Comic-Con. So, I mean, that kind of might answer things.
And speaking of Dylan, have you seen him?
I have not seen him, but I hear that he's definitely doing better, and he wishes he could be here for Comic-Con. I wish he could be here, but he's still recovering, and I hear he's doing well. So.
Good. Yeah, we were talking about that earlier.
Yeah. Nice.
You said Teen Wolf is like your college. Have you gone to college?
I have not gone to college, but this is pretty much, I've learned so much hands-on, and maybe courses are in the future for me, but right now this is where my passion is, and I'm divulging my time and learning all I can about the business through people, through the directors and all that stuff. So.
Were you a horror fan before?
Yeah, still a horror fan. Yeah, most definitely. I love Rob Zombie, actually one of my favorites. Cool. Any more questions?
What is, you said the dreadlocks are pretty scary.
Yeah.
What, of all the seasons, what's your favorite big bad?
To be very honest with you, my favorite is Theo. I love how he came. He was introduced. You know, most of the bad guys, you know they're bad guys. You look at them, they look evil and malicious. Cody brought something that was so awesome to the show that it was a psychological. He was breaking down Scott psychologically, not physically, and I really like that. I'm very happy that they went that route because that's my kind of thing. I really like the psychological thing, and it was awesome to see him. And Cody's an amazing actor. Thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right.
Sure.
No, I didn't know that.